Each one of us is the sum total of every moment that we've ever experienced, with all the people we've ever known. And it's these moments that become our history, like our own personal greatest hits of memories that we play and replay in our minds over and over again.
People never seem to talk about memories as if they were a time bomb. The misconception that they last forever and that nothing could possibly take them away. And perhaps I thought this too. Until you met dementia, the devil itself.
Dementia is associated with an ongoing decline of brain functioning. Dementia is progressive, meaning symptoms may be relatively mild at first, but will get worse over time. Dementia physically attacks the brain, gradually destroying it, piece by piece by piece.
It came like a robber in the night. It sneaked into the house that you had built up over a lifetime and wrecked, destroyed, and ruined it. It makes me angry. Why you? Why us? And why this disease? It's the longest and most painful loss that anyone could ever imagine. First it was your car keys, and then it was the day of the week. It became so difficult to remember the way that things used to be.
Sophia, did you try to phone me? I can't get anything up on my phone. If you get this, give me a call, will you? Thanks. I love you with all my heart.
You could no longer tell the time, you could no longer make your cups of tea, you could no longer get dressed, and I knew that soon you would no longer remember me. But I chose not to think about that. How could I possibly fathom that one day we would wake up and you wouldn't know who I was anymore? How could you do this to us? How could you let yourself forget? You've spent your entire existence mastering the art of life. And for what? To make a trade with the devil for the art of losing. I don't know what you're going to lose next. And I can see the words hanging in front of you. And I know how desperately you want to reach them. But you've become a ghost of the person you once were. Now skeletal, vulnerable, inarticulate, and lost. God, so lost. And I try to imagine what's going on inside your mind. And now, not only can you not get dressed, but you've forgotten how to eat. The muscles in your face have lost the ability to be able to smile. You were the most intellectual man I think I've ever met. A family man in the truest sense. The kind that they write stories about. So wise and so fearless, and as much love in your fingertips as drops of water in the ocean. But it just so seems that you are slowly slipping away, being pulled in by the ocean currents, suffocated.
You have always taught me that we are made of our memories. But what now? What happens when all of your memories are lost? Who are you now? If you have lost your mind, where have you gone? Or maybe I'm fooling myself. Maybe you aren't anywhere. Maybe you are just lost. Lost in a place where even you cannot find yourself. If you have lost the plot, what happens to the story you were in? It makes my heart hurt to think how lonely and beyond reach you must feel sometimes. All the time. This is hell. gets worse. The neurological pathways are being shredded day by day, but what happens when the last one is cut?
I thought there would be a moment, a single moment where life played in slow motion. The moment you got me. You spent so long trying so hard to remember, but what would happen when you would simply forget to remember me? But there was no point, and there was no moment, and I was so completely consumed in trying to stay busy that I missed the thread begin to unravel. But you did. You unravelled. And before I had a moment to hold on tight, you had completely faded away.
Exactly am I.
And I'm sorry I couldn't stop it. And I'm sorry I couldn't slow it down or make it go away. And I'm sorry that I keep my distance sometimes, but when I look in your eyes, all I can see is what has been lost and what will never be found. And I see you sitting there, blank. And sometimes I wonder if there was an explosion in front of you, if you would even flinch. But how is it fair that you get to forget what I don't want to remember? The unavoidable reality that I know there isn't much time left. And then the feeling that haunts me. It feels like you're already gone.